So welcome back. Now we're going to, since we've identified our initiative and project, or started to look at what that initiative might be, we're now going to move to 2.2, which is identifying prospective grants and agencies. So now that we've done this, and we discussed this a little bit in our first module, of where we could find some good sources around grants and agencies or potential programs for us to make our application with. One of the key areas is this day and age is to utilize the internet as a key way to find out some sources or potential grants out there. Now that we've identified who our target might have been in our discussions in the first section here on what the initiative would and what we want to do with it, we now have some keywords to be able to do and help filter our search out there. So we may be looking at our target population, which could be women, children. It could be boys, girls, whatever, particular ages. It could be immigrant populations. We could be looking at specific areas of the country. We could be looking at communities within that, etc. But we can now start to put those in there. So we may say after school program targeted at grades 5 to 6, grants for those, etc. We can start now to put that in there, do that search. It sure is probably the most efficient way of trying to identify some grants that might help be best linked with our project or initiative as we go down there. Another area that's critical is you may be in a situation right now that you're already aware of a program. You may be with your organization, and part of the reason you may be taking this boot camp here around grant writing is that I'm planning on making an application in the next little while, and you've maybe already have identified your project, or you think of a grant program that might be available to support your organization that you're already thinking of. So are there some of those that are obvious there that we have? You could be in a scenario where your organization has had this project on the back burner for a while, but nobody's been able to, or even gotten around to making an application or developing a proposal around this. So you might be at a stage now where, hey, I'm not aware of an actual grant, but there might be some people within my organization's network that, whether they be on my board or whether they just be other parents of individuals who might be out there who may know as well of some existing grant programs that maybe they've made an application to in the past, or ones that could help out you or your organization. Another area that often is a good initial place to start is with your local government agency. And that could be at your community level, whether that be your municipality, it could be at the state or provincial level. But to look at those contacts, because a lot of those organizations do have grants. They also have very good networks out there, so that if they don't have a grant, specifically grant program themselves, they may be able to help direct you to some other resources within their network or within your community that can assist you in be able to provide some grants or potential grants for your project or initiative. So it's not really complicated at this stage of the game, but it's sort of a bit of that way of how to search it out. As I did say, the internet is a great way to look at identifying those, and the other is just to use your current resources that you have to talk to people about your initiative, and also to start that process sometimes with that local government agency that often has at least a voice or a face to a name that you can start to begin that process of further investigation and links or contacts for potential grants. So right now we're going to wrap this one up for this module. We'll be back to look at 2.3 in our next module. Thank you.